Life on the farm for the Hewen family is never business as usual. 32 miles north.
Our fans are here.
The journey to a sustainable future is just beginning.
This never gets old.
No?
Never gets old.
Grew up the son of a diplomat, to live all over the world, got to really step in and out of multiple cultures.
All roads lead Chris Abeyasinga to be here.
How cool is it, right, that I get to set the table every day?
Campus dining is one of the university's largest departments and includes catered events on game day, legends, and numerous on-campus restaurants. With an eye for world-class cuisine under his watch, Notre Dame has become a melting pot of food and culture.
We enrich the journey of friends and family in celebrating the spirit of Notre Dame. That is how we are very mission-centric in what we do.
And part of that mission includes a topic that is at the heart of his journey.
There's something wrong with food waste, and there's the opportunity for us through food diversion, through food recovery, to help spread that and essentially minimize our role in that food waste.
Chris and his team partnered with student researchers and the Office of Sustainability to see how they could tackle the 1 ton of food waste the university was putting out every single day. To do this, Notre Dame put out a two-pronged approach.
When it sits out and isn't consumed, our catering staff bring it back in carts. They truck it back to the catering operation where they identify, is this consumable? Can they reuse some of these ingredients?
If the answer is yes,
Cultivate comes to campus and rescues food from the stadium. Extra food is being transported and for them to take back to their facility and cool down appropriately and then eventually put into small containers and frozen to give out to the community.
The mission of Food Rescue is to be able to connect all that leftover food that would otherwise be thrown away and to connect it with the people who are food insecure and don't have the means to get that food.
if the food is not safe to reuse,
This is the grind to energy system. Once food is photographed and weighed, it gets dumped onto the grind table. And that's where the grinder actually is housed. So I see that the ready button is on, and then I push start to make the grinder start up.
acting like a powerful food disposal, Grind to Energy uses anaerobic digestion to break down any particles. Food is sent down to the grinder where it's mixed with water. The broken down remnants are sent through this pipe to a giant holding tank outside the building.
So here is the tank. It has a heat element in it so that the food is constantly kept at a high enough temperature that it continues breaking down.
The mixture is called a slurry. The university currently has 3 of them on campus.
The septic truck will back up right here and connect in this silver box, and they pump out the food product.
A student came up with this idea.
A student came up with this idea. Yeah, it's pretty marvelous.
Once or twice a week, that septic truck will transport the slurry to Homestead Dairy in Plymouth.
This is where Notre Dame puts their waste. It gets blended with the cow manure and then gets moved to the tank to create the methane.
Floyd Hewen's dad started the farm back in 1945, and it's been in the family ever since.
Well, he come back from World War II, got married, and my grandfather helped him buy this farm, and he started with 9 cows and some chickens and hogs.
75 years later, Homestead Dairy has well over 4,000 cows and is a local leader in green energy, thanks to 2 digesters they purchased in 2013.
We had the opportunity to be more sustainable, reuse the manure, and then create electricity with that manure, capturing that methane.
The septic tank carrying Notre Dame food waste gets dumped here, gets mixed with manure from Homestead Dairy cows, gets stored in these 900,000-gallon tanks. From there, methane gas rises to the top, goes through these pipes, and finally is sent out to the power grid, where it ultimately creates enough electricity to power 1,000 homes per day in Plymouth.
You're an industry leader in this region.
In this area, yeah.
You're the only one that's doing it.
2 leaders working side by side, hoping to leave a cleaner community for the next generation.
Everyone can be doing their part to make our common home a little bit a little bit nicer, a little bit greener.
We seek to live those values and strive towards wasting less, ensuring that social justice matters in how we treat our people and where we buy our products from, and frankly also in the level of transparency behind how even the cattle and livestock that we utilize have been humanely treated. These are all just elements, if you will, layers that build upon that experience that we provide.
As the sun sets on another Notre Dame football Saturday, the mission to be sustainable never sleeps. And just 32 miles away, life on the farm for the Hewen family never has been nor ever will be business as usual, when progress is always on the horizon.
Well, Notre Dame is just the second university in the nation to implement this anaerobic digestion system. What a process of sustainability here from the university as they try to make our community just a little bit greener. And the numbers are just in here of last week. I spoke with Cultivate just a couple of days ago, and they told me that as of Navy, 22,000 pounds of food have been rescued by Food Rescue and by Cultivate. Those are the numbers here just for this season alone. Stay with us here on ABC 57 Saturday Kickoff. We've got so much more coming up for you here in our next